Hello children, in this video we will learn how to accept argument through main method. Okay, till now you have understood all the fundamentals and you have studied about the variables and how to declare a variable. These things we have done. So now before going on to this accepting argument through main method, let us take one example. Now we will, what is my example? Example is, you see, write a program that will add 5% service tax to a customer's bill, which is rupees 5,000. Means my bill is already mentioned here. So what I want to teach you is, before learning how to accept argument through main method, let us first understand the meaning of assignment method of writing any program. So what main method and argument method, both are two different things, and when we write program in Java, the syntax becomes changed. The syntax change means the function definition will change. This is my function statement, this is my method statement, it will change. So before coming on to argument method, let us understand about the assignment method. What is assignment method? This program written in Java and this program is written in assignment method. And my question is, see, the bill is also assigned, means the value is assigned, that is 5,000, and no one can change this value. The service tax is also given here, that is 5%, means the values are assigned here, so that is called assignment method. Now here we start a program. While we start a program, you see, this is my class declaration, class Sam, opening of braces. This is my function statement, public static void main string args. Okay, this is the function statement. This is my main method because the main keyword is used here. Next, come to declaration of a variable. So this is the syntax of a variable. Variable declaration. What is the data type I have taken? The data type is int, and the name of my variable is bill, which is already assigned, that is 5,000. Bill is assigned 5,000. Why? Because in the question it is already assigned this amount. I cannot change this amount. Okay. The next variable I will take for tax to be stored. For this, again the data type I have chosen int, and the tax is the name of a variable, and according to my question, what is the amount of tax assigned? The tax is 5%, so I'm writing here 5. Make sure that you will not assign values like this 5%. This is wrong. Okay, you have to be very careful when you write program, and we cannot use any type of symbol and all this type of things. Next is, we need one more variable, one new variable to store the calculation, because we have to calculate the service tax and we have to add this tax in the customer's bill. So we need one more new variable, and it is up to the programmer to give any name to their variable. In this case, I have taken total bill as my variable name, and again the data type is int. And in this new variable, what I have done, the calculation statement is written there. Means whatever calculation will be done and whatever amount I will get, that amount will be stored in this total bill. Okay. Now you see, my bill is 5,000. Here I am doing rough work. Here I am doing, this is my comment line. Here I am doing C. My bill is 5,000. 5,000 plus bill into 5 by 100. This is the calculation for service tax. So this much amount I will get, 7500. Okay, and this 7500 will be stored in this variable, total bill variable. Next will be my output statements. Now you can see system out print length. These are my two output statements. In first output statement, I am printing the bill of a customer, all these things a programmer can write by their own as per the requirement of the program. As per this program, I must write this statement, that bill of a customer, so I wrote like this. And this is the method of writing any statement inside double quotes. And this is my concatenation sign and bill. Bill means what output you will get here. When this statement will be executed, you will get bill of a customer is 5,000, because this was the bill of a customer. The next statement, when you will see SOPLN final bill of a customer, that is the total bill. So what output you will get here? Here you will get the final bill, how much final bill the customer has to pay. The customer has to pay 7500 on the basis of this 5% service tax. Okay, wait. Yes. Now let us make some changes. Changes means now we will write program according to the argument method. Now in argument method I have made some changes in the question. Now see the question. Question will look like this. Write a program that will add 5% service tax to a customer's bill. Now what you will notice here, you will notice that what is mentioned here in my question, the 5% service tax, this is mentioned, but the customer bill is missing. The customer's bill is not mentioned. It means what? It means that when we write a program, we means whom? When a programmer, when you and I will write a program, then we have to enter this customer's bill. So now this bill has to be entered by the user, and who are the user? A user is a person who writes a program. So this bill has to be entered in a program. So this type of question is called argument method of question, because see, one value is assigned and the another value is required to be entered by the user. Now my program starts like this. Again I will declare a class Sam. The braces of class opens. Next line is my main method, public static void main, because main is the keyword here, and here I will find one variable. We have to pass this variable as an argument. And what is the data type? It is int bill. It means this is a place from where a user has to enter its value. Okay, this is the place where the user has to enter its value. Next, this is the opening of function or method, and next is I will assign the amount of tax, because tax is already assigned in my question. So the data type I will declare int, and tax will be the name of a variable, and the value is 5. Next I have to take one new variable, so I have taken total bill, and the data type is int, and this is the logic which I have performed, which I have written here, and these are the two my output statements. Now coming on to this argument statement, this is my function argument, and the argument lies in the function statement. Okay, so this is the place from where the user had to enter the value. So now coming on to user, who are the user and how many types of user are there? You can understand like this. Suppose in a class if there are 50 students, then it means there are 50 different types of bill will come. Okay, some may enter 2,000 rupees, some may enter 10,000 rupees, some may enter 500 rupees. So as many users, they must be having their own values. It is up to them that what value they want to enter. Okay, so it depends on them, and it depends on them what data type they want. If someone is entering 2000.50 rupees, then what we will do? Then simply we will change the data type. Why? Because the value is in fractional part, and the value is the decimal value. That is why we will change the data type. But as a person, if I am a user, then I will enter, suppose I am entering rupees 5,000. This is my int value, so the data type will be int. Now again you come do this thing which we call dry run. We will check our argument. We will check whether our input is correct or not. So suppose this bill is stored 5,000 rupees, then come to this tax part, and then total bill will be calculated. And after calculation, what amount will be stored in total bill? Again, I will get this amount, and these are my two output statement. So this is how we write a program. This is how a programmer decides what type method he has to choose. Now let us take another example, and the example is like this. Write a program to find area and perimeter of a rectangle. Now in this question we will notice then that the values are not given anywhere. No values are given in the question. Means the user has to enter the value, and user has to write such a set of instructions that they may come to the output. Means they will get the area and perimeter of a rectangle. So the user is required to follow such type of steps. So here what user will do, If there is nothing is mentioned in the question, then simply they will follow the argument method. Means they will accept argument to the main method. You have to follow this method. Okay, you cannot assign your own method. Now again comes, this is my class, public static void main, this is my main method. Now again I told you that it is the user who will decide that how many number of variables he has to take for writing the program and what will be the data type. Now see, as per the requirement of this question, how many number of variables we have to take. One, length is required to find the area and perimeter, and another thing is breadth is required. So we will take int L will store the length and int B will store the breadth. And data type, to make my program simple, I have declared this both as int data type. Okay, and see, one variable will store length, another variable will store B, that is breadth. We have to find area, so I have to take third variable, whatever the name. In this program I have given name area, and fourth variable is required to store the perimeter, and I have taken the name query. Query is the name of my variable which will store the perimeter. Okay, so like this we decide what the user has to decide. The user has to just decide how many total number of variables he will take, what type of data type he will use, and then we will write program like this. Now come to this thing here. User will enter their own value. There are so many users, as in the previous example I told you, there are so many users. They may give whatever variable they want as a user. If I am entering this variable through argument, again argument. Now see, in the main method, how many argument is there? 2 argument is there. L will store this 2, length and breadth will store this 3 value, and then comes to area. After doing this, after executing this logic, you will get 6. And what is the perimeter? 10. Okay, so now this is my program, and it is a simple program. The user has to decide the number of variables, the user has to decide the data types and the name of a variable as well as stuff.